Hi, Julian DeRosie from the IIF here at Minds and Money in London. We are today joined by Jared. Hi, Jared. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
All right, Jared. So first of all, for the viewers that still don't know you, could you present yourself and the company you're working for?
Yes, my name's Jared Scharf. I'm the President CEO of Desert Gold Ventures, Inc., which is a Western Mali gold exploration and development company.
So, Jared, it's a great thing that we have the chance to talk today. There was a big press release yesterday. Maybe first of all, give us the update on that.
Yeah, so we disclosed some recent auger drill results from two of our best prospects, in particular a prospect in the southern part of the property called Mogiafara South, has an existing shallow resource of 420,000 ounces, and we got some good results 800 meters south of the existing open pit, running 2.7 grams gold, and 800 meters north of the existing pit running nearly 0.6 grams. So, you know, we regard auger values as the highest quality in situ gold samples, and it's a tool that we use in this part of the world because a lot of the most prospective area is covered by laterite. Yep. Yeah.
And talking about that, talking about grade, talking about a few of the numbers that you've put out there, I don't know if people realize that, but with measured, indicated, and inferred, you guys already crossed 1 million ounces. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We're at 1.1 million ounces of combined pit-constrained, inferred, and measured and indicated resource. All of those deposits lie within a 12-kilometer radius, and they're all open. And the reason why we use tools like auger is to step out materially from what is known to try and change the paradigm of these deposits, because we're looking for something big that's reflective of the regional endowment in this along the Senegal-Mali Shear.
Well, absolutely. You've got big mines on north, big mines south. You've got 440 kilometers controlled claims on the belt, fractured all around. If you guys like it, go see previous interviews we did together. Jared comes often on the IIF. We have him into a lot of webinars also, so you can see that to have the overview of the project. More specifically this morning, Jared, so based on the result you got yesterday, based on what you published, what do you think is going to look up the exploration for the next few months, and is that changing any focus of the company?
Well, I don't know if it'll change the focus, but it will heighten the focus. Like I said, the existing deposit at Mogiafara South is shallow, so there is already in excess of 6,000 meters of drilling there planned, RC and core, but that's designed to test the depth extent of the existing deposit. The new auger targets essentially almost threefold increase the strike extent of the targeted area. So that's what makes it so compelling.
Absolutely.
So we'll follow up on those targets, likely with air core and first pass air core and RC. And if we get some encouragement from that, then we'll continue to flesh them out.
And maybe another thing also is, with such a big property, this is a question that comes back quite often from viewers we have, but how do you choose your focus? You got some great drilling done all over the property, some very nice grades, some very economical grades done all over.
Yeah.
How do you decide as a CEO where you're going to put your next focus in?
Right, that's a great question. So it's all about finding your center of gravity on a project like this, and we're looking for the biggest, widest systems with good open pit characteristics that carry economic grades. And so far, the center of gravity on this project is emerging in the southern part of the project. That being said, we have second-order targets where we have less information, but economic intercepts all over the property. And those need to be followed up as well, because on a property package this size in this part of the world, it's not inconceivable that you could have 2 or 3 large deposits.
Absolutely. And then if we continue on this idea, basically, you could also be defining resources, get to 1 million defined, measure and indicated, and basically have a way to production. So obviously, you guys are looking for a bigger deposit than that.
Yeah.
But could an option be to simply define what you have and maybe try to fast track to production?
Yeah, so I think in this part of the world, what you're looking for is tonnage. a reasonable threshold would be a 2 million ounce plus resource, either from one pit or a couple of pits within close proximity. And at that point, you can move forward with a PEA and make a compelling case for an economic mine.
So this is where, as you said, the threshold is 2 million ounces in that region. So that's quite a clear overview or clear indication for
that's an approximate number.
Yeah, exactly.
It might not be exactly that. It could be a bit more or a bit less. There's a lot of other variables like grade and so on. But that seems to be a ballpark threshold in this part of the world.
Okay, perfect. And so what can shareholders expect within the next 6 months? What's upcoming for Desert Gold?
Well, we want to follow up on all these good results we have, and we would like to really materially increase the resource and push forward with the development.
Okay, so then people can expect more drilling, and then a new resource to come out this year?
Perhaps, if it warrants it, to justify an upgraded MRE. I'd like to see a material change in the deposit size before I, allocated capital resources to upgrading it.
Yeah, I think this is a very good way to look at it, making sure that there is added value for shareholders, for the company itself, and every money you spend. I mean, exploration is all based on money you can raise, money you can spend. It has to be spent very intelligently.
That's right.
So maybe one last thing, price of gold just raised in the past few weeks. We went, and we're hovering now at about 2,000. Is that yet kind of a game changer in the gold sector? You think that we still need to see a little over 2,000 to really feel equity coming in?
It's a good question. It certainly seems to be consolidating around this level. I'll be very interested in watching earnings of the big producers over the next quarter or two. It's so far we haven't seen a catch up in the valuations in the juniors and the smaller cap following the gold price. So perhaps we do need a material move above these levels to sustain itself, and a real breakout in the gold price. But at these prices, a lot of producers are going to do very well.
Absolutely.
So I'll be very curious to see earnings over the next couple of quarters.
As you say, over the next quarters, there's always a delay. Spot price is not actually within the release of the quarters that there is currently. If shareholders are not used to that, obviously, you've got your 90 days of production, then comes financials later. So there's always a delay and a lag in between the price of gold and the financials. So we cannot expect right away to that price to be seen in financials. So Jared, that was very interesting. Thank you for your opinion. Maybe anything else you want to add to this?
No, I think you pretty much covered it all. I appreciate your time.
That was Jared from Desert Gold and Julian DeRosie from the IIF here at Mines and Money in London. Thank you very much, Jared.
Thank you. Thank you.